Game number 1, Infernal Shrines, ladies and gentlemen. The Ruby Wings in Division 7 are going up against Most Wanted at Heroes Launch. And we have, to the left side, on Ruby Wings, with Olivia Frost on Jimmy. We have Ghostia on Malthael, Salt Creek on Stitches, Corinna on Deckard, and Bata on Asmodan. And to the right side of the map, Bob Zorzen on Vala for Most Wanted. We're having Stride on Urel, owned by Gul'dan, The Hunter on Tyrande, and Panguris on Johanna. This is Division 7, so brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen, because there is going to be a bit of shenanigans happening. Already, we're seeing Stitches here on level 1 with Saber the Flavor. It's all about getting the sustainability for him, and of course, we are also seeing Asmodan. And yeah, Bata is going to try and get those heavy hits in. Asmodan play. Already a little bit of a hook action going on. But to the top lane, just highlighted that real quickly. I have a 1 versus 1 setup. Ghostia on his Malthael against Strider. A little bit of a love tap here, as both of them are still brawling away a little bit. And in the meantime, we're having in the mid lane here, of course, that's where the real action is happening here in the early game. In terms of talents, when you're looking at it, Asmodan, first of all, as you can see to the top, went into Gluttony right away. We're going to have a heavy focus from him later on, also into the rope, very likely. Olivia firing away. And I'm always worried whenever I see a Vala on this level, because there's always the chance that you get Creed of the Hunter. And yeah, this is a talent I have a very special relationship to, but let's see what we're going to have on the side of Bob Source. Already, the lockdowns here, yeah. Iron Skin being used by Pancreas here at the front, as we're seeing Salt Creek with the hook and the hit, but no follow-up. Half the team was already on the way back. Currently, when you look at Deckard Cain, there's no follow-up on these hooks. Deckard Cain is just there like, you do you, my friend, you do you, hook whoever you want. I'm gonna throw my shit out whenever I have an opportunity, but like, Synergy, nah, not today, not today. I need to hit those 5-mans, bro. So, it's all about wave clear, at least for the time being. But we have a bit of commitment to the mercenary camps at this point in time. Mid lane here, we have, by the way, Tyrande with a Mark of Mending on level 1. So already speccing a bit into basic attacks here on the first level. But here's, ooh, Olivia needs to be careful here. Jimmy in a bit of trouble. Lockdown comes in, but already a problem on Stitch's side. Gets the Saber, the Flavor through the Devour. Gets the stack, gets the sustain, and able to move away without dropping. Definitely a bit of a close call. And they're still trying to help Asmodan out to stack. I mean, they're literally playing for the long game here. They want to have with Asmodan a tool in the late game that can have strong poke. And so far, they definitely do. Level 4 talents are coming in, and Behemoth Armor on Reyna. No fight or flight for him. It's going to get the stacking process going here. And we're seeing a True Shot aura for Tyrande, so not going into Lunar Flare talents, not trying to stack anything up here, no quest talent. It's a little bit unorthodox for Division 7, usually the mantra in Division 7 is, if it's a quest talent, I need it, because I can stack shit, you know? But that being said, we're having, in terms of level 4 talents, now also a Battleborn on the side of Asmodan, so getting the cooldown reduction here, which can be absolutely fantastic, especially, of course, later on in the game. But this is something that I actually really like quite a bit. The shrine gets announced, and what do we see? One of the teams most wanted in this case immediately moves in and says like, boys, let's time that camp at the top lane with the objective, try and get a bit of extra value. It's something that the blue team hasn't really done there. Definitely something that can be improved in the future, but that was great for them. Action already against Stitches on the first shrine. Early Iron Skin being used by Johanna. Not a fan of that. Gul'dan gets the stacks on Stitches as he still gets the Devour through. And we're having also Malthael starting to move in here, trying to get the kill once again against the front line. 5-man lockdown! And the kill against Johanna. The kill against Vala, and everybody low. Malthael escapes just barely. They're looking for more kills. They're not finding them right now. Everybody else is rushing away, but a double kill. Starting the game off for Ruby Wings, and they are about to claim that first Punisher of the game. All the way up to the top in the meantime, Ghostia is dealing with the camp. The red team took camp at a great opportunity time, but they didn't really try and delay that fight a little bit. They went straight in, didn't fight time for the top lane. Could have played this a bit differently. Now they're still trying to fight though. Great corruption being used by Gul'dan. Asmodan with the hits. In comes the Punisher. action already, as we're seeing the Punisher trying to take a piece of the action here. Strider is low, Ghostia as well. Malthael on the move back, it might fall this time. And here comes the final hit as Strider goes in with the help of Gul'dan, drops Malthael. In the meantime, the Punisher says, you guys just brawl, like, I'm too tired for this shit. I'm going for the structures right now. Gets baited for the jump up to the top though, and they bait him around the wall. Don't see that every day. In the meantime, Johanna falls. Jojo actually going down here at the front, trying to anchor that play. Level 7 now for both teams. But yeah, that Punisher in a bit of a weird spot. Like, he's still chasing, and the Hunter is in trouble. The Hunter is in a lot of trouble. And Asmodan wants to get the final hit in. Is not able to get that done, though. Strider still trying to push everyone back, actually move down. And Malthael is doing what Malthael is doing. He's going for camps. He's going for camps. This is where you can see the professional Gazno player that has been urged by his team to try something new. So in this case, they forced him to play Malthael, but Ghostia, you know he wants those mercenaries. And he goes straight in. So we're having at this point him taking a camp already. And this is also the MO for the rest of the team. They are 4-manning the bot lane right now. Strider goes in, a little bit of a short hop from him here. Gets immediately hooked back in. Should be fine, but the orb still hits Inferno. It didn't take the camp, by the way. So they had 4 heroes here. Don't take the camp. Because right now we're having the opponent 5-manning the bot lane. As you do in Division 7. 5 men on the bot lane. Malthael feels very much alone and isolated at the top, so he simply pushes his lane out and says like, I want friends, I want companies, no one here. I feel alone. So he goes into the mid lane and tries to see if he can find someone there. But Urel doesn't like him a lot, so she goes to the top, trying to deep push as the Shaman camp is starting to move through. Timing for the Shaman camp could have been a little bit better, as we said before, could have been timed around the objective. But they still got some value out of it. Level 9 at this point, so we're talking about heroics. Ghostia, maybe little bit slow, but is able to walk away from it regardless. Out of Chaos taken for Asmodan. So really hoping to get those hits in when those shrine fights happen. So he's gonna try and just stack the Annihilation as much as he can. Having with the level 7 talents also. Divine Steed taken for Urel. And Vala thankfully went into Punishment and into Arsenal. Getting that wave clear, helping for the shrine clear as well to get those Punishers. And of course later on with the Frost Shot, another fantastic tool. We're having Tyrande anchoring the play. This is like an interesting touch here. So instead of Johanna sitting in the bush, it's actually Tyrande that sits in the bush and anchors the play. It's not how you usually see that being done. Normally it's the tank that you want to have in that position. But Tyrande is just saying, I feel especially tanky today. So I'm going to try and block them if they come in. I got this, boys. I got this. Level 10 abilities are ready, and that gives us pretty much what you would expect on the side of the blue team, at least. I mean, looking over, we're currently seeing the Tide of Sin being taken here. We're having at the same time Hyperion, Last Rites, and of course Sleep for Deckard Cain. Strafe being used by Vala, alright. Going for the damage output here instead of trying to get the stun through the Rain of Vengeance. We're still seeing Starfall being played, Celestial Attunement on Tyrande for level 7, so still going for the Cleanse and the Blessed Shield. Wouldn't have put it past them to go into a Falling Sword here. I mean, it is Division 7 after all. Good pressure at the bot lane right now, taking down the Fountain. It's fantastic. Just before the Shrine spawns, I like it. But look at this. Again, Shrine spawns, and Most Wanted is at the Shaman camp. And this one can actually get a lot of value for them right now. I really like it. The fight, on the other hand, all the way down to the bottom. And already we're seeing them jumping in, trying to go for stitches here. Gul'dan adding additional stacks. Here comes the Hyperion. Bata in the back is looking for the Globe. Doesn't find it just yet. Everybody on the run. Globe comes in and Hunter is starting to drop low. Another quick owl being sent and gets the auto attacks in. But look at that. Johanna in the thick of things, trying to go for Ghostia here. The Horrify comes through, pushes them back into the Starfall, and that could be the kill. But Own Bite is low on Gul'dan. Gets the Globe as Bata hits it, but Stitches falls first, gets chased down by Vala. The main fight still raging on though. The blue team not backing off just yet. And Malthael just doesn't use his ult. Malthael with the last rites now, a little bit late on the Johanna attempt. And also Iron Skin was just used, but Ghostia is now alone against 4. Not quite sure if those are odds that he's gonna like. Trying to rush away, and Strider misses the jump. Ghostia moves away. Calculated. Absolutely calculated. Vala goes down as Reyna moves in from the sides like, you kidding me? You go down, girl. There's nothing that you can do to run away from this one. You're not gonna get out of this fight. But the Punisher is taken, and with that, we're now having to push through the mid lane. But as I said before, look at that top lane camp. Massive value. That's the beauty of taking Shaman camps just in time for the shrine. Well, the top lane is likely to fall. We're having action going on down here at the bottom, where Salt Creek on his stitches is going to be looking for a hook. Doesn't find that just yet, but they get the first fort of the game. Talking about forts, that one here up to the top lane actually survived. I would have expected Strider to go in and hit that once or twice and try and drop it for sure, but as it stands, there's no catapults for the red team up towards the top of the map. Ghostia still doing his thing here, and camps being stolen away down here. Alright, Johanna with a quick blind. Since exposed, doesn't really do anything else. They are a bit too late to the party to do anything about it. But we still have level 12 for both teams. There's only a slight lead in experience for the blue team. And they're just taking camps. Camps, all over the place. No ganks being set up towards the top, for example. Also, let's take a closer look at talents here. 172 stacks already on the Annihilation, 10 stacks on Savor the Flavor. We're having the Scroll of Identify with 18 stacks, and nearly the Echoed Corruption completed too. The fight down here is a bit of a different story though. Hunter low heals himself, the hit and the kill. Down goes Tyrande. They invade on the camp. A little bit too late and risky. 13 talents now against them. And with that, we are also getting the super healing potions. Why wouldn't you get the super healing potions? It has the word super in it. It can only be good. And look at them, they look bigger as well. Now we have Gul'dan completing his Echoed Corruption. Pretty early in the game actually. 10 minutes and 40 seconds in. 13 now also on the other side. By the way, digestive juices. So the heal reduction that we're actually seeing here with Tyrande. Not quite the talent that I expected here on level 13, but I mean, he took already on the level 1, Savor the Flavor, so maybe. We're already seeing another fort falling, and that's the second one. Second fort goes down, more catapults spawning, but here comes Strider. 5 versus 4. Malthael a little bit late to the party. Corinna out of position. The strafe comes through, and that's the first kill. The second might come in as we're seeing Stitches being focused, and that's the double kill right here. Everyone else is still fine, and Ghostia is alone. Talking about fine, Reyna isn't fine at all. He dies too, and it's a triple baby. Goes down, and that is 5 kills against 5. 14 versus 14, and a quick invade over at the camp. Everybody moving in, trying to take the Shaman camp here. Everybody just rushing in for those kills. And again, Malthael just a little bit too late with that rotation. No last rites for him. A lot of ults not used in that last fight. There was no Stay a While and Listen. There was no Putrid Bile. Definitely tools that could have been used to escape here. But it felt like they thought they could get out of it without committing any of their resources. Then, well, they were wrong. So they died. Another camp also taken towards the top. Could actually delay this even. They even might, to be honest. Shrine is just now starting. Okay, timing works out for them. But we have another shrine on the map. And as a camp taken towards the bot lane, so far, Ruby Wings is actually doing pretty well if you think about it. I mean, Ruby Wings is sitting here and is just saying, you know what, boys? We have 2 forts down. There's catapults pushing. Yes, they took down the top lane, but that's fine for us. And now it's going to be about the next shrine here. Alright. Get ready, because here comes the army once again. Johanna's a little bit late, so the rest should probably wait for that. Not sure about the Lunar Flare, if I'm going to be honest here. Not sure if that was needed. And they de-push the camp to the top. I like that. De-push the camp, they learned the lesson from the previous fight and realized they can't just leave their Shaman camp alone. But all of a sudden, we have a bit of an anchor play here. They're trying to go for Malthael. Malthael with a little bit of delay here, apparently. Helping Hand comes in and saves him for now. Here comes the Globe. Malthael is still fine. Stay a while and Listen being used. Not too effective. And Malthael goes in again. Soul Rift keeps him alive for a second. But then the red team is just like, dude, the fuck are you doing here? Turns around, they focus him, and he dies immediately. Everybody is low, though, on the side of Most Wanted. They are really low. They might have to move away, at least for the time being, and tap. The problem is, they don't have a fountain in the mid lane. The only fountain is at the top. Might move that. So it's a 5 versus 4, and they are retreating at this point. Starting to engage again with Johanna at the front. Nice multi-shots coming in. Stuns again. Good seal in the back. Olivia goes down. Second kill for the red team. Most Wanted with the level 16s. And we're seeing them focus straight away onto that shrine. Someone has to deal with this, though. This is a problem. That's 2 catapults right now. And we have a Khaldor camp. And slowly and steadily, we're seeing Strider starting to make his way over. In the middle, see how the blue team reacts. Are they done? Are they going to fight again now? They let the Frozen Punisher go, that's fine. That keep, on the other hand, is getting a little bit of a beating. Push those catapults away, bro. You can do it. Yep. Saving the keep for now. Still, with the 16 talents, we have the Frost Shot for Vala. That's going to be good. And at the same time, we're having a little bit more of a slam focus from Stitches. Punisher goes in. Alright. Johanna comes in with a Condemn, pushes them back into the Punisher jump. It's a Frozen Punisher as well, and Urel makes her way straight back into the mid lane as we speak. Goes past the mercenary camp that hasn't been taken yet. That's a first. 16 versus 16. And they get a fort for their efforts. 2 forts on each side have now fallen. And again, the immediate invade on the camp. Is there a hook? No, hook just yet. Let's take a quick look at the stacks. 299 for Azmodan. 15 on the level 1. 0 stacks right now for the last right. Didn't get any value out of this, but important, of course, the 299 for Bata. With 16, the total annihilation now as well. The camps are taken again. The situation on the map so far still pretty even, actually. I mean, we have 7 kills against 5. We have 2 forts down for each side. There's catapults spawning. It's a pretty even game, to be honest. First one in this best of 3 series. And now we're having another fight over the bot lane here. Hook doesn't hit anything. Stun comes through Hyperion right away. They're going for Malthael again. The strafe is in and delivers the damage, but no kill just yet. Olivia Frost moves away, and a great fear if you don't want to kill anyone. Well done here. Bone Bite with a fear pushes everybody away. Fight over, at least for now, but it could be a turnaround. Salt Creek with a Putrid Bile, and everybody just moves away. Our buttons have been pressed, basically everything except for last rights, and nothing has fallen. That's what I want from my Division 7 games. That's what I expect from Division 7. They deliver, and I love it. In terms of damage output, by the way, Vala is doing really well. I mean, that strafe, of course, delivering completely. 48,000 for her. On the other side, we're seeing Reina with 34k. Azmodan isn't quite there yet, but again, he is just 100 stacks away from maxing it out. So that's something that we could see here for sure. Let's see how that's going to work out. We're having both of them actually suspiciously close to level 20. 18 versus 18. Another attention and invade. Most wanted. They're getting a little bit cheeky here. And they see again Malthael immediately pushing him out of the Frost Arrow. Frost Shot, like it, but Malthael falls regardless. Vala with a kill. 5 versus 4 now. They're pushing them back. Pancras trying to block everyone here. Strider is a little bit lower. 5 versus 4 in their favor. They're going for Stitches. They're trying to look for him. And again, Azmodan with another hit against Strider. And now Urel is so low that they actually decide to not even take the fight any longer. They might have an additional hero on the map. But with Strider and his Urel nearly not having any hit points, they just move away for the time being. So instead, there's another camp on the map, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. They immediately move in to take their own Shaman camp. And they actually time it. I like it. They're delaying it. They're waiting. They're waiting for the announcement of the next shrine. Pretty sweet. Next shrine is gonna be top lane though, so it's not gonna give you too much with the Shaman camp. Still makes sense for them to let this one push in first, then they can take free experience right here, take their own camp later and push it out. So that's still totally fine here for them. Urel is moving down and trying to save the bottom key. There's another 20 seconds. She has Divine Steed, so that's fine. Takes the catapult out. So far, so good. Could actually take the entire wave here. I mean, at 16 seconds that she still has. That's the wave go. That might actually come back to bite them in the long run. But Urel making her way over towards the top now, because there is already another catapult moving in here. So taking that wave down would have probably been a smart idea. But we also see the blue team. We're seeing Ruby Wings close to 20. And here comes that shrine. An important one at that. Immediately the black shield being used. They're moving in. Horrify away. But I could go for Reina, but they don't. They ignore Reina. Why go for Reina when you can try and kill Stitches? Here comes the last rights kill against Gul'dan. Reina is still up here. Olivia is saying like, why is nobody trying to kill me? But gets away. Stitches falls. The Teddy is down. And that's a 4 versus 4 right now in the fight. They're moving back. They still have the fountain. This is the big advantage that we're seeing for Most Wanted now in this particular fight. They still have a fountain. They can just re-engage. But I'm still worried about that bot lane here, because that catapult is pushing it through pretty aggressively. They engage against Malthael again. Put into a corner. The stun hits home. Malthael. Bob Zorzen wants him, but Vala is not going to go deep enough to get that kill. 20 Storm Talents now in play, and we actually have the Angel of Death. taken here. And also, second helping, an additional charge of the Devour has been grabbed now, plus we're seeing Pride. 20 not quite there yet for the red team, but they're closing in. 13 stacks against 7, and they're trying to go for this. But down to the bottom of the map, as predicted a little bit earlier, this is not looking too pretty for the keep. This keep is gonna fall. This is not gonna make it. But up to the top lane, you can make up for it. I mean, if you win that fight now, they have 20 as well, then you can take that Punisher. It's not over yet. Asmodan poking the entire time, hit after hit. Gul'dan still not taking his ult. We're having also Celestial Wrath now taken. And again, that focus on Janna. Pancras just trying to create some space. Allow the rest to take the Arcane Punisher, and they do exactly that. Keep at the bot lane is down. Gul'dan finally dealt with it. Takes the catapults down here in the middle. Takes the catapults down in the middle. Takes one catapult down in the middle. Second one is going to be taken there. Still, I'm disappointed, my friend. Could have been your kill. Makes the move to the top. And let's see how exactly this push is going to end up. They need a keep. You do something, right? So they're trying to move in against Malthael. And get good. Just the Tyrande goes down. And Malthael turns around. Falls as well. Bob Sorsen, can they get him? Again, the globe a little bit too low. He turns around and hits another shot here. Stitches with the Putrid Bile. Better late than never. Escapes here. It's a 1-for-1 trade. But the big story is, look at that. The keep might actually survive this. The keep might actually survive. That is a 20-minute Punisher that didn't get a keep. A little bit unfortunate for the red team. Especially since they have to deal with this now. Come on. Come on, Vala. Down here. Down. Alright, fair enough. Then no, I guess. When it comes to damage output, Asmodan is, by the way, hitting the numbers at this point. He's really starting to go in flow. Ovala, though, with Strafe, is doing fairly well. Camps are being taken from both teams, while we have the catapults completely unmolested starting to make their way over to the core. Asmodan is also starting to use his D here. And we're still having a fight down at the mercenary camp at the same time. There's the jump, they go for Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't even juke. Jimmy doesn't need to juke. Jimmy has behemoth armor. Jimmy fine. There comes the sleep though from Deckard Cain. Tyrande isn't here yet. Neither is Malthael, by the way. He's currently sitting in the mid lane. And again, a lot of bang, a lot of boom, but no one's falling. Down to the bottom of the map, that lone catapult is still trying to deal with the core. Can't really do too much here. No reinforcements at this point in time. And Ghost here is dealing with the push in the mid lane. Core hasn't really been scratched. Shields have fallen a little bit. But you make a play like that another 5 minutes in, and we are talking about the core falling pretty rapidly, as those catapults, of course, scale into the late game. Another trap. The red team really likes doing that, setting up these traps. Strider jumping in again, jumps the slam, and goes for the back. Horrify being used. They go for Malthael, and Malthael is down. He's a bit the punching back in this game, if you ask me. Most wanted, they really like him. Stitches again on the run, and this time the red team is taking the camp. This time, they're sitting tight. They're saying, we got this, boys. The level 20, by the way, the bottomless flask, is of course going to be fantastic at this point for any shrine fight. So looking at especially Deckard Cain when it comes to the setup for shrine fights here for the future. In the 5 vs 4 setup with the Shaman camp, the big question is now, of course, can you actually go in and take down the keep? I mean, I certainly hope so. All you have to do is get Gul'dan to drop an Echo Corruption and you're going to be fine. But Gul'dan, he likes being on a horse, so he doesn't really worry too much about that. Finally drops it, and there's another Fell Flame, and that is a keep down for each team. 22 minutes in, and oh boy, 7 kills against 11. There's another camp on the map, and what do you do in Division 7 when there's mercenary camps available? You take them. The red team is going to take it again. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Shrine activating at the bot lane, this is really when you want to take that top camp. Especially, of course, since it is going to push out the lane where there are no forts, no keeps any longer. So it's going to be about the catapult crush again. Alright, Jojo moves in, needs to take down the catapult here. Everything else is going to be fine for now. It's interesting that no one here, like Gul'dan, is not going to walk over, he's not going to help out, he just says like, yeah, screw that. Jojo is also running away, Catapult is still there, the wave is probably going to take it out. But I love how Gul'dan just says like, yeah, I can't be bothered with this shit, you do it. So, the shrine starts for the blue team as they're taking position here. Again, the jump in. Blessed Shield, they're zoning them out. Horrify on Jimmy. Horrify on Jimmy. And again, nobody going for Jimmy. The Hunter, on the other hand, he's getting hits in. Oh, that globe did work. Gul'dan is low. And they are just moving straight into Johanna again. Indestructible. Procs immediately. Here comes the ult on the Rurel as she gets hooked in. And the blue team pushes them back, nearly getting Vala. But the vault away helps out for now. Top lane still being pressured. Double catapult. Plus also a shaman camp is pushing in. Someone has to deal with that eventually. And someone will have to. 25 stacks against 9. No kills just yet. Last rites being used but not resulting in a kill. And someone, meaning Malthael in this case, is dealing with it. Moves in, starts to take those down. We are 25 minutes into the game, and this is bad for the red team, because that Punisher is going to move through the bot lane. That Punisher is going to go straight for a core. They have a chance here, and they're waiting. They're taking it just now. Stitches walks in. There's 2 globes to be had there. Why wouldn't you go for the globes? Stitches wants globes, and Stitches gets globes, and Stitches dies. Goes down, even with the Putrid Bile, and the Punisher already on the way to the core. The blue team, again, poking everybody low, and they go for... Now they... What? Punisher is already busy down here. Nearly wrecking Vala single-handedly. She's barely getting away, and the blue team takes mercenary camps. Alright, 25 minutes into the game. Why end if you can take more mercenary camps? More camps, more better. That's the equation in Division 7, and it always works. There's a camp on the map, you can't end. You have to take the camp first. Those are the rules in Division 7. They take 3 camps, and the Punisher alone, only the Punisher, against 5 defenders, takes not only the shield and the waves down, nearly kills 2 heroes, and takes 5% off the core. But the blue team sits there and says, that's fine, we Gucci. Because those Khazra camps, you know, they're gonna do the trick. You know it, it's gonna happen. 26 minutes in. Alright, alright. Okay, let's look at the damage output. Look at that siege damage. That's a main Gazlo player right here. 5 deaths on Malthael and 170,000 siege damage. Most siege damage in the game, by the way. More than Asmodan. Think about that for a second. He has more siege damage than Asmodan. That's what we're looking here right now. In terms of hero damage, on the other hand, 60k for, or 70k for Reyna isn't really too bad. 76 for Asmodan is pretty decent too. But it's Vala with the Strafe and the Death Siphon who go straight for nearly 100k in this game. Both of the teams now looking for the potential to fight again. Looking for an opportunity to maybe get a kill and take it. Keep in mind, there's 2 keeps down, 1 on each side. So if you go for a team wide, you can core. You can end that game. You can take it. Again, Globe comes in. Zorzen is trying to move out. Doesn't quite leave the circle though. Here comes the Blessed Shield. And immediately Strafe is being used. Hyperion, everybody is pressing R. Except for Malthael. Malthael is not pressing R. Malthael doesn't want to kill Tyrande. Malthael doesn't want to kill Johanna. Malthael does want to run away. Malthael barely escapes. Could have killed 3-4 heroes here in that fight easily. But couldn't find the R button. So instead he clicked to right click towards the left side of the map and at least survived. Alright, fair enough. Ghost here is playing this a bit cautiously here. Don't want to commit to anything. It's like a responsibility. If you hit R, you need to kill something. Yeah. Didn't really look good. Needed to wait for an opportunity. If there's no ribbon on the hero, you don't go for it. It's Christmas after all. It's a little bit of a present from him. He's just saying like, alright guys, Christmas come early. Malthael is moving into the fight. I mean, look at that skin. He goes in, ho, ho, ho. Who's been a good girl? Yeah. Then again, everybody else went straight for the ults. And let's see, this is really starting to concern me. The amount of catapults that got down to the bot lane freely and now it's just like taking points off the core and no one deals with them is really starting to concern me a little bit. Ownbite finally says like, boys, I got this. But 57% on the core. Alright, now we can go in, can drop the catapult and then rotate into the middle here. As we're having still that top lane pressure. Gets the catapult up here. Not really too much happening. And yeah. 7 against 12 kills. Red team is going well in kills. I like a lot of their macro decisions too. But they keep underestimating catapults. And I said it before. Earlier on it was fine having shield. But we're 28 minutes into the game. You can't just sit there and look at 3 catapults that attack the core and say, like, this is fine. That's not how this works. This isn't League. Next fight coming up, and again, we're talking 29 minutes here. Big fight again, the Hyperion, the Frost Shot, Malthael! Malthael goes down, but Urel falls as well. 9 seconds on the cooldown for her ult, but she just doesn't have the time to survive it. 4 against 4 right now. Vala is low, so is Johanna. Johanna on the run. Once again, the globe comes in. Vala nearly dead, but escapes barely. The Indestructible keeping Johanna alive, and the red team most wanted. They are moving away, trying to reach out. The hook against Johanna, but still no killers. There was no follow-up. Olivia Frost is moving in on Reyna. That doesn't get into range for another couple of auto attacks. The blue team in a fantastic position though. They could have ended earlier with the last Punisher, but they waited it out. They're saying, you know what, boys, we can do this. We can go in right now. We take that keep. We take the core. We win game number 1 and we take the lead in the series. Nobody challenging them right now at this point in time. They can wait for Malthael. They can de-push the top lane, and then they can go through the middle and bring the pain train. Malthael, not back for another 8 seconds. And again, catapults 30 minutes in on a core. Bad idea. But Malthael is going to be back in a second. Still might scratch that core a little bit, to be honest with you. It's getting close, yep. Another few shots, and there go the first points on the core. Blue team didn't wait, by the way. They did not wait for Malthael. They're already starting to push the middle. Okay, they have catapults here too. And we're seeing them starting to move in. Hook on Johanna. So far, so good. And try to go through that wall, trying to push them out. Bottom lane, catapults are already starting to home in on the core. Someone gonna have to deal with that. They're starting to move in here, and once that Malthael is there, they will have the 5... Wait, what? Malthael is still at the top lane. Malthael is busy pushing the lane. Malthael is busy getting siege damage. The rest of the team, though, wants to get the keep. They're going for it right now. A 4v5 in the middle. 30 minutes in, the Punisher, a beast, and they're pushing, and Malthael is taking a camp. Malthael is taking a shaman camp, because that's what you do in the Division 7. The keep goes down, the core unmolested, and Malthael is getting a camp. You can do it, bro. I believe in you. You can do it. Another hit, come on. You got it, baby. Woo! There we go. Woo! That's my boy right there. Rest of the team sitting tight. And taking camps as well. 94% on the core versus 57. 1 keep down against 2 keep down. It couldn't be any closer than this. Neither team wants to end. Both of them like this game so much that they decide to play a little bit longer. Value to the top lane now. Nobody dealing with that shaman camp that Malthael just took either. But here come the globes again. They go for another mercenary camp. I think someone told them that you win the game the more mercenary camps you take at the end of it. So that might be an explanation of what's going on there. But up to the top lane, the camp is now going to get some value. Rest of the team is rotating again. And look what we have here. It's a camp. Who is going for it first? Will the blue team reach it? Or is the red team going for it? It is an enemy territory, but they're taking down the walls first. Alright, starting to make their way in. And the blue team goes through the bot lane. And the red team starts taking to defend the top, and they're taking the camp. While the blue team is taking all of this, is starting to move in here. And alright, there's the TPs. Okay. Maybe a little bit sooner. Johanna, we need you too. Okay, here comes the goal for the core. 57%. Hyperion. I'm not so sure about that move, boys. Not quite sure that's what you want to do here. Immediately we have Most Wanted going in. Strider's trying to push them back. Putrid Bile to escape. They're moving in. Here comes the Horrifier, and that was the money Horrifier. Look at Asmodan. He's getting wrecked immediately. Strider about to fall, gets hooked, and the last rights kill as Malthael is helping. Another quick shot from Ownbite though. Gul'dan with so much work here. Indestructible being used. They're trying to move in again. They can't reach it just now. Another shot, another hit. Johanna falls. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Ruby Wings. They take it. The fort at the top lane is gone. The keeps are gone. But the red team has not given up. 45% on the core. The game isn't over yet. 94% against 45 and more camps on the map. And we all know what that means. Gotta get the mercenaries. You gotta get them. Protect them with your life, or you'll lose the game. Shrine activating in the middle. Another hook hitting. Salt Creek. Not hitting, actually. Trying to land it here. And they go for the kill. 18 seconds for Urel, 28 for Johanna. Own Bite could get the hits in, and he does. Gets the damage. Talking damage, let's take a look at that. 137,000 for Vala. Malthael with 226,000 siege damage. And Reyna with 115k against heroes. 34%, by the way. Another catapult making it through, as they do in Division 7. Catapults don't exist here. They take them down, but the shrine is active. This has to be the last one. It has to be the last shrine of the game, boys. 34 minutes into the game, and we are not done yet with Infernal Shrines. Malthael is at the top lane, is finally making his way into the middle, taps the fountain, because that's important. Already Putrid Ball has been used here, and the fight is going on. Nearly even when it comes to minion stacks. Level 25 versus 25. Malthael looking for the opening. In comes Urel. They're trying to take her down. Starfall on the ground. The lockdown from Deckard Cain. The strafe. And last rites. Nearly the kill, but Urel still had her ult. Absorbs it easily, and now they're jumping in again. Already Horrify comes in. Strider low. Malthael with a kill gets the last hit. Catapults at the core to the bottom left, bottom right. Once again, nobody defending. They hit against Vala. She falls too, and that's 2 catapults. That's 3 catapults, and nobody gives a shit. The catapults are gonna do it. It's the Winion game. They're going in, and it is game. GG as Ruby Wings take the victory, or should I say the catapults take the victory on Infernal Shrines. Game number 2. Boys and girls, we have once again Ruby Wings going up against Most Wanted, and to the left side Olivia Frost playing Genji. Ghostia this time on Leoric, trying to get a little bit more trade value after his performance on Malthael in the last game. And we have again Stitches taken by Salt Creek, so sticking with his guns here. Corinna this time on Deckard Cain, Bata on Jaina. And to the right side, Most Wanted with Strider on Urel. Again, Bob Zorzen instead of Vala playing Kalthas. Pengriris on Diablo, the Hunter playing Ana. And Own Bite on Reyna. Hyped for this one, to be honest. First of all, we have a Kalthas that doesn't take Convection but goes Mana Addict. And up to the top, look at that. The trade value here for Ghostia as he plays Leoric, and he has the proper skin. Leoric Janitor. And there is a rumor that Blizzard got the Janitor out of his Janitor closet because that's where they put the rest of the development team. They needed the space, so they told Leoric, dude, listen, you have to come to the game. And he obliged. He went to the Nexus and is now part of the game here. The Janitor moving straight down to the bot lane, but the big brawl is happening here right in the middle. The Hunter getting locked down right away by Deckard Cain. Has no follow-up with damage though, so he's fine for now. But yeah, the Janitor going up against Urel. Mob to the face, that's how you do it. You clean that bot lane. You clean it good, my friend. I want it to sparkle. It has to sparkle and be shiny. To the top though, Diablo, he's a little bit lost here. He can't survive that, right? No, Olivia goes in with Genji. But the spread on the bombs as Kalthas gets at least some damage out. The one thing that really concerns me, though, is still that level 1 talent here, the detachable box magazine. So, I mean, you can stack a little bit more, but that dosage, not having piercing darts on level 1 is still something that I personally find more than questionable. So, let's see if the Hunter just doesn't have any trust in his own abilities to land those darts and complete the quest, or what exactly the case is here. Up to the top lane, Bob Zorzen immediately starting to work on the globe quest. Needs to, of course, get a few for the Mana Addict. Wants that. Salt Creek already moving in. Hook, can he dodge it? Yes, he can. Hook needed to be a little bit more on the right, but it was a 4-man commitment. If they take down Kalthas, that's a great win for them, but it didn't quite work out that way. Down to the bottom of the map, we have actually the first item taken. 1 camp claimed, and that means 1 turret now on the side of Most Wanted, as we're still waiting for the first objective to start up here. Level 4 talent's gonna come into play soon. Again, by the way, Savor the Flavor, taken by Stitches. And up to the top now, another wave also caught. Down on the bottom lane, Ghostia is ghosting away. Yeah, he's a little bit more happy here than his Malthael earlier, I feel. Interestingly enough, we are actually seeing the Energy Royal claimed by Kalthas on level 4 for Gravity Labs, so trying to work around cooldown reduction. Let's see if he is able to get multiple through here in the next upcoming fights. Genji already getting pummeled into a wall by Diablo as he makes the engage. And Reyna just waiting for his level 4 talent. Fight or flight. Usually what we're seeing here, we had Behemoth Armor the other day being played by him, by Reyna players in Division 7 as we're looking at that game. But let's see, he goes for a different choice. The sustaining rounds. This is a talent that you take when you don't really believe in your healer. Try and get some sustain for yourself with the give him some pepper. So apparently no trust in the hunter. He's looking at those talents and he's saying like, dude, I'm not quite so sure about the build that you're going here. I think I need to take care of myself. Let's go into more sustainable talents on level 4 instead of Fight or Flight or Behemoth Armor. The objective is on though, and the camp is taken at the top right, and we are starting to move in down here with the blue team trying to claim the lead, and indeed they do. The janitor is on the point. He's trying to take out the trash, already working on that mid lane pressure, and going into Consume Vitality, by the way, at level 4, in case I haven't really mentioned it yet. But here comes the approach by Most Wanted. They're trying to move in right now for the fight and looking for that engage. And Urel had enough, jumping in, and Stitches, bam, straight into the wall here. Diablo going deep, lockdown attempt, and turrets being just thrown all over the place. They get the hook though against Diablo, and once again he's getting body blocked into oblivion, goes down. Genji diving in deep, trying to move away, and does. But nice, the Gravity Lapse, and nearly the kill against Olivia. Nearly falling, still escaping though, but Leoric wants the drain and he gets it against Strider. Another hook against Ana though, but the Hunter getting away for now as we have the blue team taking the lead. They have the 1-0 in the best of 3 series and they want to start with the first Protector. Own Bite gets all the freedom in the world on his Reyna to just shoot away continuously throughout the fight. And as the blue team gets rewarded with a level 7, it also drops into the hands of Most Wanted. They are going in here. Right again. Already the Divine Steed on Urel. Going straight into the next jump, the next fight. Trying to go for Leoric. They can't get him. Again, it is the living bombs that do a lot of the work here, but they're not getting the spread that they want. Now in Stitches, though, spreading the pain a little bit, trying to hide in a corner as the red team is taking over. 99% against 0, but they're trying to claim the spot here, trying to go for the first one. And I like the move down here, moving onto the camp and trying to get another turret. An attempt to grab a slight advantage for the fight that is about to come as the blue team is pushing into the objective again, onto the control point. And they're going to start and drop this, trying to isolate Ghost here. Leoric ghosting away here, but he's not the only one. The charge into Leoric again, but not into the tower range. Moving away again, the turret on the ground. Genji a little bit deep. Diablo body blocking Stitches and taking him down with the help of Urel, who actually survives. Beata doesn't get close enough. Diablo might fall, and indeed he does, as he gets a mob to the face from the janitor, but they still hold on to the point. And it's a 4 versus 4 right now, and Kel'Thas is bringing the pain. Gravity Lapse comes in, and bam, right between the eyes, as Jimmy is sealing the deal, takes him down. Still trying to mop a little bit, but yep, that ship has sailed. 99% on both sides, and now Corinna and Olivia Frost are trying to somehow hold that point here, but it's tricky, and Own Bite is already pushing this back. Genji needs to be careful. Gravity Labs, the damage zips away just as we have the 2 tanks coming back in. This isn't over yet. 99%. Heroes streaming in one after another. The Hunter low gets saved by the penetrating round and by Diablo charging in. Sticks around a bit longer though. Toys with fire here, if you ask me, and Ghost here gets a massive swipe through. Hits 3 in the process, but they are starting to get pushed away from the point. Still Genji trying to delay it a little bit, gets stomped into the wall and obliterated. Genji down, and that is the Protector for the red team. They take it, and they are starting to move into the middle of the map. 3 kills against 3, and as the first game already, very, very close game that we currently have here. It's a kind of fun one as well. Those 2 teams seem to be evenly matched right now. And we have Kanai's coup taken, so damage reduction. Actually liking that choice quite a bit. I mean, yes, you can go into the healing reduction here too, but with Kel'Thas and Reyna being also just stacked a lot during these team fights, if you get a good cube through, you can definitely do some work with this. Same time now, we're having the unstable compound for Jim Reyna. And as I said before, we're having for Ana debilitating dart. They're going to the top. They're trying to get not only the fountain, but ideally the fort. The wall is broken. The fountain is down. Preparing the lane for the second objective that will spawn topside so the opponent cannot move back and tap up mana and hit points at the well. Engage! Nice! They have the 10s and they use it immediately, but the Protector doesn't give a shit about the engage. He doesn't give a damn about the combo that we just saw from Diablo, and is just going for the fort instead. Personally, I think that could have been a kill, but the Protector didn't think it worth its time. They get the fort regardless. There was definitely a chance to make a little bit more happen. So we have level 10s on both sides. And Jaina has the confidence, let's put it like that, to go into the Ring of Frost. We've seen a lot of water elementals, a lot of them, but now it's the Ring of Frost, and let's see how that's going to pan out for them. Don't really have too many stuns, but if we see Leoric going into the Entomb, that might be a great follow-up. And also, of course, we have with the sleep on the side of Deckard Cain a potential setup for a good Ring of Frost, so at least something that can assist with it. But someone is teasing us here a little bit. Leoric not taking his talent just yet. He's trying to be mysterious. He's a ghost. I'll give him that. But I would be a little bit surprised if he goes for March in this case. I think getting a setup around an Entomb would help them a lot. It's item time again. It's turret time. You want to get your turrets, and that's what they're doing. Also the completed quest for Kalthas, having his mana addict now. No big surprises here when it comes to talents on the other side. Leoric gets attacked, but gets away. I mean, you could say it's a surprise that we don't have Pyroblast, right? But they're trying to go for the AoE damage instead. If you're able to keep your opponent in place with an Apocalypse, for example, in the play, while you have Phoenix and Hyperion on the way, that would be pretty great. Olivia dancing around, by the way. Just jumping in, jumping out, trying to get the damage in on Genji. Being a little bit mysterious and trying to get those resets. And we've seen in previous games, actually, how strong that can be. So here's the Entomb finally taken as the talent for Leoric. Flame strikes are coming through. No fight just yet, but you can really tell that both of the teams are just itching for a fight. They're looking for it. They want it. They're looking for that battle. But they're 5-manning the top lane now. Alright. This is what we get here in Division 7. You 5-man each lane, you 5-man each camp. Those minions could fight back, you never know. So, getting the cube for the minions, okay. And down here, another Flame Strike and another Energy Royal hitting Stitches as they're actually starting to rotate around a bit to get the soak on both of the lanes and not losing out on any of the minion experience. But we're having now the same commitment towards the top right. And the red team, most wanted, they're actually a little bit ahead when it comes to experience. But everyone is literally waiting more or less for that objective to spawn now towards the top side so that they can go into the team fight again. Ghostia is getting the wave clear down to the bottom of the map and looking at the damage output. He's actually doing well. He has a really good damage output in the last few fights too. A lot of that comes down to him getting really good skeleton swings through against 3 heroes. Up to the top, by the way, the battle is starting to rage on here as Genji moves away barely, but Stitches with the Putrid Bile trying to cover the retreat. Healing Beacon already on the ground. Bit of a premature battle maybe, but they were trying to force a 5 versus 4. And they did pretty well. I'm not so sure about that combo. But yeah, it isolates Stitches for now. They're trying to go in the Ring of Frost, hitting 2, hitting 1. And here comes the Hyperion. The Janitor is on the way though. Wants to take out the remainder of the team here. The first kill against Genji. And Ghostia is already ghosting away here now as well. That was a little bit of a weird rubber band that he had here. Apparently a bit of a bug with a friendly hand. Like, I'm not quite sure what exactly happened there. But he is able to retreat after all. I'm not quite sure about that Apocalypse, though. Sees the sleep, doesn't react immediately, and says, like, well, maybe. And, yeah, it didn't quite work out that way. But they get the kill. They get the kill. Can't argue with their results. They get a kill against Genji. Maybe not the intended target, but hey, dead is dead, right? So they got him at least, and they get the lead also on the objective, while they're also taking the item. Things are looking good, or they did at least, until Diablo gets hooked, but with a really good charge right away against Leoric. He makes up for that. Repositions. They're looking pretty solid here for that second Protector fight. So let's see how that works out. Up to the top. 13 versus 14. 3 versus 4 kills. There is no re-engage. Okay, the blue team just says, fuck it. They're just sitting there as like, whatever, take the Protector. We don't need it. We don't want your damn robot. Robots are stupid. Robots are stupid. You can have it. And instead they were trying to take the camp down here. That didn't quite work out. Now they're TPing back. I'm not quite sure I understand the thought process here. That's a little bit of an interesting battle. Okay, the Swift Strike seals the deal here. But they are not defending either. They're a little bit late to the defense now. That's an interesting rotation that we just had. Yeah, that was a very interesting one. There's the combo. Diablo way more effective with these kind of setups. And look at that gravity lapse right away. I'm actually shocked that they couldn't take down Stitches here, but that was a really nice setup that we saw from Diablo, and a good follow-up from Khaldor too. It's just always, like every single time they get something like this, that Protector just doesn't give a fuck. He just always stands, look at him, he just doesn't attack anyone. He could literally kill Leoric, could have killed him a second ago, could have killed Stitches, he doesn't care. Finally, now that the keep is down, he's starting to make some moves. Ghostya is about to fall here. Yeah, he's down, getting that juicy trade value. X marks the spot, boom, in the face. Genji getting hammered into the ground by the robot, by the Protector. And they are starting to go in for the rest of the team as well. Diablo, once again, nice ice block from Jaina. But they're trying to go for the next target. And Battle nearly falling, but not quite dead yet as the Protector finally goes down. But Jesus. Whoever pilots that Protector, he really doesn't like kills, does he? I mean, they get them after the keep falls, but there were so many opportunities to just with one single hit take down Stitches or a few more and then take it from there, but they didn't. They get the keep though, they get the lead, they have 6 versus 3 kills and the level 16 talent. Again, the results, you can't argue with those. I love that we have Pyromaniac now taken. I can't see Backdraft anymore in these setups. Ignite now as well, so they're really just looking to spread as many of those living bombs as they possibly can with this setup. Heavy damage build from Khaldor, and if you look at the damage output, with 32,000 he's not really looking too bad. Jimmy is a little bit stronger here with his 16k that he has. 16 talent, by the way. The Bounty Hunter. Didn't necessarily expect that to be taken here too. You go up against the Stitches, so you can definitely push the damage out here. But normally we're of course seeing the spec into the penetrating round on 16, just to have a little bit more survivability with the sustain that you get through that. That being said though, Jaina is starting to take the lead in numbers for the blue team. 30,000 for her. One of the few that hasn't died yet. Diablo died 3 times after these engages. And they're pressuring the bot lane. Up to the top, by the way. 3-man, 4-man commitment to take down the camp. While only Leoric is left alone here against the 5-man push at the bottom of the map. And I really start to believe that the blue team doesn't really they don't care too much about forts. They don't like forts. Structures are stupid. They want instead, Leoric goes down by the way, they want instead to have another item. Fair enough, they have their 16 now too, so they have the items, they have the talent, but they also need to of course get that fight and that setup. Ghostya is still around and is checking this out, but here comes a quick rotation towards the spot as the red team, as most wanted, says, hey boys, there are 5 versus 4, we can actually get the spot here. Diablo with engage, left, right, right, left. Dodging that, getting the flip over. Apocalypse, not hitting anything. Actually might have just scratched Stitches and he goes down. Stitches is dead and they want to have the item and they actually claim it, immediately put it in place too, trying to continue the fight as Olivia goes back in, actually gets pushed into the wall and is down. Great Ring of Frost from Batter though, but not enough to drop Khaldor. He moves straight into the Blizzard as you do in Division 7, gets the item, doesn't die, that happens, and you lose Leoric now as well. 10 kills against 3. A little bit of a bonkers fight, to be honest. I think Genji was pretty much safe and could have moved away, but instead Olivia was trying to get a kill in the reset and it didn't quite work out. Got pushed into the wall by Diablo immediately, who took the opportunity to secure that kill. And then Khaldor doesn't fall to the Ring of Frost, who granted was actually on point. Did some work. Yes, maybe not synergized with the rest of the setup, but hey, it hit. Who am I to judge? 16, Crushing Hope now taken. Ominous Wraith without Royal Focus. That is a feels bad moment right there. Diablo, every time he gets hooked, he charges out again. Every time. Ghostya is just in the perfect spot for him to retreat once more. There's a keep down. The fort at the bot lane has fallen, and Most Wanted with 10 kills against 3 is looking strong. They have still all of their forts. And now, of course, they have a fantastic spot at the bot lane. You can literally move away, go to the fountain, and tap here whenever there's a fight happening. And talking about fights, I really think, like, did someone explain the rules and the objective of the map to the blue team? Like, they're not fighting. They're finally starting to move down, but Leoric has to deal with the catapults here first. Okay. They're taking the catapults down. There's 40% already, and they are not really making any moves here, do they? I want to give them a little bit more time to get to level 20. Bit of a Christmas present. Leoric, finally on the move. Alright. Olivia comes in. Okay, okay. They're going for it. There we go. It's a bit delayed. They want to get experience first. I could have definitely seen the red team trying to take away for 2 down just to get to level 20. Strider's already seen there. 99%. They're waiting it out a little bit. Here's the Apocalypse. And again, the Stitches being the focus. Try and kill that tank here. Yep, there's the Protector. They get it. Ice Block on Jaina, saving Beta for a moment, but she's falling anyways. Own Bite falls though as the 1-for-1 trade is there. And again, Bob Zorsen trying to get into the Protector. And he gets in just barely. Stitches dies. And now Protector time. Down goes Leoric. 3 down against 1. And they want more. Well, or do they? Protector again just walks away. Doesn't care. And okay. At least trying to fire the laser a little bit and get something out of this one. But Olivia is already moving away, and guess what? Nobody cares for an old guy. Karina is just sitting there, it's just like, yeah, I'm fine. And as you can see, that particular keep is not going to make it either. 1 down at the top lane already, the second one already about to be taken down, and they can core from here on out. Level 20 talents are there. You have the Storm talents, you have the heroes, and they can go for the core. And indeed they do. Learn from the first game and just say, you know what, we are going to take this. Ooh, Genji. Ooh, boy. Yeah, survives for now. The defense is there. The defense is ready, but it's not enough. With catapults homing in on the core as well, this is definitely going to be it. No way. We're going to see game number 3 between these two teams. Another approach onto Leoric. He's about to fall, but so is the core. The silence doesn't change that any longer. And this is game 1-1. The series being tied as we head straight into game number 3. Towers of Doom, as so often, is going to be the map where we have the conclusion of our series. The Ruby Wings go up against Most Wanted on the 3rd map, and to the left side, Olivia Frost on Jim Raynor. Ghostia on the Haka for the off lane. We have Salt Creek on Johanna, Corinna on Stukov, and Bata on Gul'dan. To the right side of the map, Strider for Most Wanted on Blaze. We have Bob Zorsen on Liming, the Hunter again on Anna. Panguris on Diablo, playing the same heroes as on the last game, and Ownbite on Varian. Definitely ready for this one. Let's see who's going to take it here. Who will win the series? We had some crazy fights, some crazy maps, especially Infernal Shrines was bonkers. But what's going to happen here? High King's Quest taken as a level 1 talent on the side of Varian. We're seeing also, again, not the piercing darts. Grenade calibration has taken on Ana. A bit of a different build for the Hunter this time, but still not going to the piercing darts. But we still have Panguris on his Diablo, trying to look for these engages, and he's not the only one. Ownbite going straight for Olivia Frost with a good flank, but doesn't have Taunt on level 4 just yet, so can't use it. Always assuming Taunt, of course. Now, one of the issues that they have is a heavily melee-focused team that we're looking at, and against Gul'dan, that can backfire. Talking about backfiring down here, an attempt by Johanna to stop the rotation, and so far it worked out, but nice, good hits from Beta coming in and getting those stacks together. Stukov went into the Fetid Touch here, trying to get the cooldown reduction in and remove the mana cost, so a little bit of a different build, not focusing as much into the Lurking Arm as we see so often from Stukov players. But it's really the big question if Liming can get the resets, if that's going to be a thing. If we're going to see Bob Zorsen with the resets here, it's a good chance for them to claim the victory here, but I also want to see what exactly Varian chooses as his level 4. And I mean, he goes into High King's Quest on level 1, right? That already indicates a bit that we might be looking at a more aggressive version and not quite Taunt. But then again, if you're playing with Liming, having Taunt is fantastic because you can set her up for the attack. Once you get that Taunt through, then Liming can just fire away. It's literally where back in the day in Team League and also when Duo Q existed in the game, a lot of the pros would go for a combo with Varian or any other additional stun setup and a Liming and would train exactly that. Roam the map and get combo after combo off. And it's highly effective if you can pull that off in a big game here, of course, too. So they're going to try and do exactly that. Rotations between middle and bottom. Diablo needs to be a little bit careful. Walks actually a little bit deeper into the fight and is now getting a massive amount of damage pushed onto him. Still fine for now, but Olivia Frost gets hammered by that combo. Whoa, that was Liming with a ton of damage here. Ownbite still hiding in the shadows, hoping to get the flank off against anyone here. And went into the smash. Smash Varian. Burst damage is what we're gonna see. And it is time to smash. Goes into the fight against Bata. Diablo down. Bata with a drain. Varian running away. And barely escaping, but not getting that counter kill against Gul'dan. Job well done. Behemoth armor again taken for Jim Raynor. And in terms of level 4 talents, we're now also seeing, again, dominance taken for Li Ming. The altars are spawning, and we have 3 on the map in 12 seconds. We should see that exchange at the top left, top right between the two teams, but then Dehaka, of course, has that added value of being a global hero that can simply burrow down. Blaze is a little bit late to the start, but he makes the rotation now. But I would not be surprised to see Dehaka making the play right away, trying to go into bush maybe down here and try and get the drag off. Dehaka rotating into the mid lane first, trying to catch the wave here, but the bottom shrine still heavily being fought over. Starting to jump in. Okay, here's the silence. Dehaka comes in. Blaze isn't here yet. Does he get the drag? He's looking for it. Could easily land it now, and he misses it. Not getting Hunter, and Blaze is now back to business as well. But a big fight here already. Jet propulsion. Olivia Frost not even fighting, just channeling, and not able to get the channel through, as we're seeing the quick reaction from Varian as he jumps in again, and the stun. Salt Creek goes down. No more Johanna in this game. 1 down, and Diablo still trying to get the kills, but gets dragged by Dehaka. Needs to move away. About to fall. The Hunter with a quick hit, able to keep him in play. And the channel on the altar was now finally successful for Most Wanted. 36 against 32. That's what we're currently seeing here in Division 7, making the Varian play, and both of the teams closing in on level 7 as well. Bit of a bit fight down there. If Raynor would have committed to the fight instead of trying to sneak the channel in, I think they might have had a chance to take down Diablo. It was pretty low throughout most of it. As it happens though, he wasn't able to get that kill. And not able to get the altar either. Not really too big of a deal just yet, since we're still looking at 2 teams that are nearly identical in experience, but something that can definitely hurt you later on if you make that play. So looking at the bot lane now, we have again the heavy focus from both of the team onto the bottom of the map, trying to convert that bell tower over. Johanna needs to be careful here. Varian waiting for an engage and actually going into the victory rush here. Going into victory rush for the extra self-sustain that he has, trying to take a bit of the pressure off Ana. Fight already happening down here, but Varian still waiting. They could go in right now, and here comes the smash. They're going straight for the tank, straight for Johanna. Could have shifted targets, but didn't, and now Diablo again on the run, and the rest of the blue team is already looking to get a kill here. Varian needs to try and sync his attack up a bit better with especially Li Ming and her efforts to push the damage onto a target, and if they do that on Stukov, on Gul'dan, maybe Raynor, they have a really good shot at committing on getting a kill here. What we are now seeing with level 7 talents, also once again the slow capitalized on by Jim Raynor. That's going to be big for the next few fights. Level 7 here also, the long pitch being used here for the range increase on the weighted pustule. A single altar on the map, and Dehaka is trying to get the extra experience at the top lane, staying a bit longer to get an extra wave, but now the commitment down at the bottom, trying to get the drag in, but already Johanna again, the focus, need to shift away from that, and here's Dehaka trying to get the Colossal Smash through, but the quick burrow, a nice push into the corner, but he uses his essence. Strider is low on his blaze and is trying to escape. The rest of the blue team is already straight in on the run, but the jet propulsion turnaround attempt against Dehaka as he's getting slowed, getting stunned, everybody on the run, but Stukov with the big heals coming through as Li Ming is in trouble. The sleep dart still active on Dehaka, and he's isolated. Again, the quick hit from Varian, and Dehaka finally falls. The kill and the completion on the quest for Diablo. More hits coming in as Corinna is about to fall. Strider missing the last few hits to secure the kill here. 1 kill, all they got, but they get the altar as well. Everybody low, and this could have been a disaster. If Gul'dan gets another good combo off, if Li Ming can capitalize on those resets a little bit more, this could have been an absolute bloodbath. As it happens though, only 2 kills against 1, and only a tiny lead in experience for the red team, for Most Wanted. 36 currently, points on the core against 28. Still doable, and here comes the blue team. Once again, we're having them committing with Johanna to the front. And she has been targeted actually quite a bit. A lot of the damage went onto the tank. Not quite what you want here. Good slows coming out again against the Hunter, but we don't really have that damage commitment just yet. Once that we have Horrify in game, I'm actually really curious to see what the red team can pull off, because so far, they were oftentimes very, very close to falling, and if a good Horrify can land in the middle of the team fight, they might be in a lot of trouble here. Teams are both getting their mercenary camps now, but we have level 10 abilities coming on both sides. A bit quicker for the red team, for Most Wanted. Nano boost, combustion on Blaze. Wave of Force is also being used here. And Varian, of course, gonna go standard, I assume. Don't really expect anything else from him. And here come the plays for the opponent's team. And there is that Horrify that we've been talking about. So let's see how much value they can get with that. Never seen a nano boosted combustion. That might be a play here. Talking about play down here. Great silence coming from Corinna. Great silence from her. Hitting 3 here, slowing them down as well. But they can't really capitalize too much on it. And this is one of the things I want to see a bit more. I want to see Gul'dan really getting the works in. I feel a good Horrify in that last second could have done a lot for them. They're trying to turn that around once more as we're seeing a single altar spawn on the map. And this is really the moment. Jet Propulsion not doing anything for Blaze here. Dehaka still at the top lane. Will burrow in very, very soon. Better waiting for the cooldown. Still looking at it, and here comes Ghostia from behind. Apocalypse being used, the stuns come in, the silence is there, the Horrify 2 splitting the team, and Blaze is in trouble. He's not the only one, Li Ming barely getting away here, but Blaze is already about to fall as he's getting focused, and he dies, gets dropped here. Bob Sorensen still with his Li Ming trying to escape here, but Diablo, he's the focus of attention as the Condemn comes in. Olivia Frost trying to take him down, but a really nice push from Diablo as he engages in. The auto attacks keep coming though, and the kill secured as we have 2 down for the red team. Blue team making the moves here, anchoring the side as we have Stukov adding the channel. Great play from the blue team. Once again, 3 kills against 2 now, a slight lead in experience, and they are finally getting a few more hit points off the core of the red team, down to 32 now against the 28. Trying to make the plays here. The rotations to the top. Horrify splitting the 2 tanks from the rest of the team. And it was very, very close to them trying to take down Li Ming as well. Just barely didn't happen for them. But if Li Ming falls, then it would of course even be a bigger deal right now. A bit of a move here. I don't really want to go for that boss or anything, but it looks like they're looking at Diablo again. He lost his soul, so he's a little bit weaker. And they're trying to bait him out here. Look at that. Sneaky Division 7 plays. Going for the camp. Outside of the vision, and here comes the commitment onto Dehaka. The rest of the team needs to help out. Oh, missing everything with the Echoed Corruption, and Dehaka gets wrecked. Quite unfortunate. But again, look at the bright side. They got the camp. And that's all that matters. You get the camp, you get the girl. You win the game. That's what we're looking here at. 12 versus 12. Both of them looking for level 13 talents right now. And they're sneaking another one. It's like they're stealing away the bottom right. They have the vision at the top, but in the meantime, it's a camp for a boss apparently that we're looking at here. And it's an easy commitment that we're seeing from Most Wanted. They get the boss, they get the 4 shots, but the 2 camps at the bot lane are stolen away. And that's at least going to put more pressure onto that fort, or at least taking the wall off. But of course, that also means that we have 24 points on the core for the blue team, and that isn't really too great. We're having another camp stolen away here. 13 talents are in play. Down here, tower's about to fall, and with that, we are having now the virulent reaction. Okay, I'm liking it. I was actually worried that we would get something else from them. Oh, it's a trap! Yeah, but it's a trap that gets spotted right away. Yep, there comes the Hyperion. They're gonna go for the fight. No commitment to the Blessed Shield yet. There we have it, and the drag against Anna. But the Apocalypse is doing work. Combustion being used. They're trying to go for Johanna. Colossal smash, and down the first one. But we have the second kill. Ooh, baby! It is Gul'dan going in for the works. Killing 2, killing 3. Diablo down. Anna and Varian are falling 2. Stacking up too much. Strider zipping around with his jetpack, but not really hitting anybody. They get the altar after all, and they get 3 kills as a bonus. A blue team looking strong here. That trap backfired hard in the last game. 20 against 28 points now on the course. Lead in experience, and with 3 heroes down, they go to the bot lane. They are trying to take that bell tower unconverted over, and they are not going to meet any big resistance here. Diablo with the damage, starting to go in, and they're gonna get it eventually. 1 bell tower converted, still need to move away from it, but now of course that lead in experience also paying off for them. And a lot of it comes from Dehaka. He's been soaking experience the entire time here. 36,000 damage against Heroes from Li Ming, 37 from Gul'dan, and they need to try and hold on to that bell tower. That's the play here for sure. 5 men at the bot lane. The Haka still getting value topside, but he could burrow down if he really wanted to. But they're apparently trying to fight underneath that bell tower. I'm not quite sure if that's the smart play to make right now, and they need to be cautious. It's a really bad spot to be in for Most Wanted. Hunter is already experiencing this firsthand, and a great move, immediately dropping the healer. Well done here. Sees an opportunity, and Salt Creek takes it. Ana a little bit out of position, and there gets the kill against Diablo. Yeah, a little bit out of position, a lot out of position. Depends a little bit on how you look at it. Big kills coming in though, and that was a bit of a YOLO moment that we had from the red team. Not quite sure what the play was there, but they, yeah, kind of learned a lesson there, I would say. 16 talents now as a result in the hands of the blue team, and they are starting to get more and more momentum in this game. Not only do they have 5 bell towers, they also have the opportunity to get several altars now with a talent advantage that they have through level 16, and this is going to be rough because there still is a huge chance for them to at least get 2, and they get them. The red team is saying, hey, as long as we get 1, we're fine, but that's of course 10 points off the core. That is a huge move fired here, straight to the face, and we're tied. We're tied. The lockdown against Varian, and they get him. Varian goes down. Varian is dead. Even a Blessed Shield committed, but we have the counter kill right away against Reyna. Combustion being used, and Corinna is saying, fuck this, we're having none of that, and just pushes everybody away. Corinna committing to the flailing swipe, and this was the get the fuck out of my area move right from her. She is not joking around here. Nope. Team goes in, and she's like, boys, I got this. But they're still holding on to that. They still want this. They still want the bell tower, but they're not going to get it anytime soon. Not on Corinna's watch. Nope. Corinna is ready. 50 seconds, you're going to have flailing swipe too. GTFO, my friend. GTFO. 16 talents are still a bit too strong, but they're actually moving away from it. Why defend an altar? Why defend a bell tower if you can take a mercenary camp? Now you're thinking. Priorities, my friends. Priorities. You have to make priorities in this game. And as we heard before, mercenary camps, they're important. So they take the mercenary camp, which is now going to help them to retake the bell tower that they could have defended in the first place. But only if it gets through, and it doesn't really look likely, so the mercenary camp isn't actually doing anything. Still, it's the thought that counts. Top lane pressure still from the Haka, who has so far a field day up at the top lane. I mean, he's slowly starting to get the value here. Diablo completing his quest again, and the double altar. The engage this time onto Jimmy. Jimmy, and Jimmy is down. Jim Reyna down, combustion is being used, and Bata is dead as well. The red team is going in and taking it. The Haka says, screw all of you, I'm getting the middle. He gets at least 4 shots, happy with that, and so it's an even exchange that we're seeing at least in core shots. Now the thing is, if they would have actually defended that bell tower, it would have meant that there's no way for the red team to reach the bottom altar, and all they could have fought over is the middle. So in that case, that might have been the play here, but mercenary value, boys and girls. And with 1 hero down, with 2 heroes down, there's another boss on the map. Might as well go for it, right? So now the big question, what is the blue team going to do? You guessed it already. They're going to get mercenary camps. Mercenaries are important, so you get those. To be fair, they could have not prevented this anyways. So the 4 shots are fired. Can't prevent that. 12 against 9 points on the core now. Hello? Reyna? I'm not sure if that was really the move. They had vision in the mid lane too, but he goes through the tunnel regardless, and the red team was like, the fuck are you doing here? Goodbye, my friend. Corinna again just slapping them around as they're trying to get a little bit more than only the kill against Reyna. You don't fuck with Corinna. She's fierce. Corinna is fierce. She is having none of that BS. She is ripping you a new one. She's probably German. It's like no jokes. Serious business. Try to fight. Get the hell out of here. Back off. Corinna is brutal. Corinna, I tell you. One wrong word and you're on the shit list. And you don't want to be on Corinna's shit list. Dehaka with XP again, but boy, they are having a little bit of trouble. Reina is back. Jimmy, I'm gonna give you a word of advice. Don't go here and move down. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, there we go. Alright, there's my boy. Jimmy's moving in. Jimmy's starting to move in there. Salt Creek is there. Okay, the channel, and they're gonna get it. Ah, Dehaka, a little bit too late, but the Horrify, and baby, we're talking double kill. Double kill, but Salt Creek is low, and the calamity value as Li Ming takes them down. Li Ming wants more, actually. Li Ming got a little bit greedy here and gets wrecked too. So we have actually a 3-4-2 trade. Leoric, of course, coming back since he only lost his souls. 5 shots against 12 since there was no interrupt. And there's more mercenaries on the map. Need to get the mercenaries. Need to get the mercenaries, and they do. Could have taken the bell tower. Can still take the bell tower. With the help of what? You guessed it, the mercenaries. But why take the bell tower? Because out of the top lane, guess what just spawned? Another set of mercenaries. So they are probably going to make that rotation. I would have loved for them to just push to the bot lane. Then, to be fair, they have no tank, right? So there's no tank, and you go up against the Diablo variant setup. Granted, it's a little bit of a tricky one. It depends a lot on what Gul'dan can do. So instead, let's transition to the top lane, take the mercenaries here, take those down, and then see if we can maybe put a little bit of pressure onto the top bell tower and slowly start converting that one. So we have that happening as we speak. Ana all alone. Phew! Didn't really get anything on there. But it's 20 versus 19. Can try and force a fight right now. Johanna not going into Indestructible. Instead we're seeing Storm Shield. Stukov with the top off. And yeah, outside of that, not really too much. Contagion being used. Jimmy for a little bit of extra damage here on the auto attacks. One also on the bottom of the map. And Diablo very much alone. They're cutting the path of retreat off. And there's more mercenaries. Let's get the mercenaries. We need to be efficient. Takes them all. Takes them all and takes them now. Alright. There's the hits coming in. That really do too much with the grenade. They get the mercenaries. And they move into position on the altar. There's the channel. There's no way they're going to get this. They can't get in for this one. 12 versus 10. And that's 4 shots fired right there. We're back to 5 versus 8. Both of them down to double digits right now. Both of them. And down to the bottom of the map. Still the attempt to go for this one. Wave of Force already being used. We have the 20s in. Combustion. The Flash Fire is being used here as well for the extra speed. Varian focusing also into the smash with the Master at Arms. Okay. And getting the cooldown reduction here. And I am liking this. I especially like that we have the Hellgate on the side of Diablo, because in the past he actually made some really cool plays with that. Dehaka still pushing. Dehaka is actually doing, like, Ghostia is doing much better on Dehaka than on the previous, in the previous games, I feel like. On his Leoric and especially the Malthael play was not quite there, but Dehaka is usually there when he's needed. Already starting to, I'm not quite sure about that. But again, they're starting to move in. There could be a Blessed Shield. Are they committing for Diablo? No. There was a chance though. As Corina followed it up with a silence, there was seriously a chance to go for it. I'm not quite sure why they're trying to go on that altar. There's nothing happening right now. You don't have to actually fight this. And boys, just saying, but there's a mercenary camp up here. Just saying. I mean, might not be interested, but I wanted to point it out. There's the drag. Alright, both of them. A little... Oh, the poke actually. Look at Gul'dan. And then here comes the Apocalypse. Oh my god, this hurts. Combustion. Oh my god. Corina is down, and that's usually the beginning of the end. The Horrify being used, but that didn't do a whole lot. They get Blaze. They get the counter kill. They get Blaze. Better. Goes down, but so does Varian. Kill for kill. 2 for 2. And again, in the middle of that bell tower, another drag, another kill. Li Ming goes down. A 3 versus 2 on the map as a double altar is about to spawn. This could be the play. You can end the game now. Get both altars, win the game. Already Dehaka saying, see ya! I'm at the top. I'm going to get this one. And down here, Ana is not looking too good. Olivia wants the kill. Olivia goes in for the kill. And Olivia gets the kill. Dehaka still fighting with Diablo, but Salt Creek gets the first one. Altar channeled, and now only one man, one demon against the rest of the world in this game. Penguris gets dragged. He gets sucked in, and he dies. Maybe. Yes, there we go. Okay, goes down, and that's the altar, that's the channel, and that is a game as Ruby Wings takes the victory. the 2-1 victory over Most Wanted in a fantastic Division 7 series at Heroes Launch. .gg.